Welcome to the Lifetime Assembly channel. My name is Isaac, and today I'm going to help you assemble your 8x10 outdoor storage shed. Before we get started, make sure the model number of your shed is listed in the description below. This video will follow the steps outlined in the assembly manual that comes with the shed. So if you've already begun and need help on a specific step, check the description below for a timestamp associated with each step. There are steps in this assembly that require 2 people, so make sure you have at least one other adult available to help. Before we get into the assembly process, let's take a look at the tools you'll need to complete the job. You may want to pause the video now so you can gather the supplies shown on the screen. Also, you may see us use an impact driver. If you decide to use one as well, be careful not to over torque or over tighten the hardware. You will also need additional tools to prepare a foundation for your shed, so refer to your manual to see what other resources you will need. All Lifetime sheds are required to be built on a foundation. We recommend you build your foundation out of concrete, but you can also use lumber. This video is meant to be a companion to the assembly manual and not a direct replacement. So for the best results, have the assembly manual on hand as you complete the build. It is also crucial that you refer to the assembly manual to review the safety instructions of this build to prevent serious injury or property damage. All right, let's get started. This section goes over the requirements for the foundation of your shed. This video will focus on the assembly of the shed and not of the foundation. So refer to your manual in section 1 to see how to properly build a foundation for your shed. If you have any other questions regarding the foundation, please feel free to reach out to our customer service team at the number below. Line up the holes in the ends of 2 gutter channels with the holes in the connector piece and secure the hardware. Be careful not to over tighten this hardware. Line up the holes at the ends of the truss brace with the holes in the center of the gutter channels and secure the hardware, making sure the head of the bolt is on the inside of the gutter channel. To make tightening this hardware easier, I like to use a Phillips bit and a pair of vice grips. Insert a truss rod through the connector piece and truss brace and secure with a nut on each side. Only tighten until the truss rod doesn't wiggle. Repeat this process 2 more times for a total of 3 truss assemblies. Take the two gable halves that don't have a curve at the bottom, line them up in the center, and secure the hardware. Line up the holes in the screen with the holes in the vent. Place on the front side of the gable and secure with the hardware on the back. Take the two gable halves that do have a curve at the bottom, line them up in the center, and secure the hardware. Line up the holes in the screen with the holes in the vent. Place on the front side of the gable and secure with the hardware on the back. Take the small square tube and insert a cap into each end. Place a small square tube onto the gable, making sure the dimpled holes go against the gable and the dimpled hole in the center is at the bottom of the gable. Secure the tube to the gable through the center two holes first. Then finish securing through the oblong holes. Take the left door, which is the one with the Lifetime logo, and line up these holes in the square tube with these holes in the door. Then insert the tube into the square hole at the bottom of the door, making sure to leave a few inches hanging out at the end. Insert the cap into the tube, then finish sliding until it's flush with the bottom of the door. Add the latch bracket to the front of the door over these holes, oriented like this. Only finger tighten this hardware for now. On the back of the door, locate these divots at the top and bottom of the door and drill them out with the provided drill bit, only going through the first layer of metal. At the bottom of the door, place a spacer over the holes that you just drilled out, making sure you can read the word down. Then place a lock over the spacer, making sure it's oriented like this. Then secure with the self-tapping screws. Repeat these steps at the top of the door, except this time, make sure you can read the word up on the spacer. Connect the two halves of the handle together. Place on the front of the door, then secure with the hardware on the back. On the opposite edge of the door, insert a hinge tube, making sure to leave a few inches hanging out on each end. Take the right door and align the holes in the square tube with these holes in the door. Then insert the tube into the bottom of the door, making sure to leave a few inches hanging out at the end. Insert the cap into the tube, then finish sliding until it's flush with the bottom of the door. On the back side of the door, locate this divot at the bottom and secure the tube with a self-tapping screw. Add the locking hardware, oriented like this, on the front side of the door. Then secure the hardware. Connect the two halves of the handle together. Then place on the front side of the door and secure the hardware on the back. Make sure to add the long screws to this bracket, oriented like this. On the opposite edge of the door, add the hinge tube, making sure to leave a few inches hanging out on each end. This shed comes with 4 floor panels. You may need to unfold them like this. Arrange the floor panels like this, then connect the floor panels by lifting one panel at an angle, interlocking the tabs, then setting the panel back down, then move on to the next panel. The orientation of these center two panels for this model doesn't matter. Secure the panels together by inserting a screw into each divot along each seam. Take the window panel and insert a wall support into these channels, making sure the two holes that are close together go at the top of the panel. Then secure with the hardware. Take 5 of the regular wall panels and insert a wall support into the center channel, making sure that the two holes that are close together go at the top of the panel. Your doors can go on either short edge. We're going to put our doors here. Line up the tabs at the bottom of the corner panel labeled AGY, or front right, into the cutouts of the floor. Lock the panel in place by sliding the panel towards the narrow end of the cutouts. I'm comfortable using my foot, but if you're not, use a block and a rubber mallet. Lean the panel away from the floor. Fold it in half. Line up the tabs at the bottom with the cutouts in the floor. Then apply downward pressure to lock it into place. If you're having a difficult time getting the tabs to snap into place, place a block under each tab individually and apply downward pressure. Take a regular wall panel that has a wall support and insert the tabs at the bottom into the cutouts of the floor next to the previous panel. Then slide it towards the previous panel to lock it into place. Make sure the panels are even at the top, then secure with the hardware. The window panel can go anywhere on either long edge. We're going to add ours next to this location using the same method as the previous panel. Add another wall panel that has a wall support next to the previous panel. Add the corner panel labeled AGW or back right to this corner using the same method as the first corner. Add the two wall panels that do not have a wall support to this edge. Add the corner panel labeled AGL or back left to this corner using the same method as the first two corners. Add the three remaining wall panels that do have a wall support to this edge. Add the corner panel labeled AGN or front left to this corner here. In the opening of the door, locate these circular holes and insert the bushings from the bottom going up. Insert the hinge tube of the left door into the bushing, making sure the hole in the bottom of the hinge tube lines up with the slit in the bushing. Insert the cotter pin from the outside going in, then flare the other end to lock it in place. Repeat these steps for the right door. Take the gable that has the curve on the bottom and place it on top of the hinge tubes. Make sure that the design on the gable and wall panel are aligned, then secure on the inside of the shed. Add the gap flaps in this location, making sure it's oriented like this. Take a truss assembly and insert it into the notch at the top of the wall panels closest to the doors. While you continue to hold the truss assembly, have someone else lift a roof panel on top of the gable and into the gutter channel. You'll know the roof is in the correct position when the alignment nub rests in this notch. Secure the roof to the wall through the bottom 4 holes. Then secure to the gable and truss through the bottom 2 holes. If at any point you're having a hard time getting things to line up, click this link here to see a video on how to line up your roof panels. Add a roof support to the notch in the gable and roof panel. Then finish securing through the remaining 3 holes. Repeat this process on the opposite side of the shed. Repeat this process, adding 2 more truss assemblies and 4 more roof panels. Lift the other gable onto the back wall and secure the hardware. Add the last 2 roof panels using the same method as the first 2. Add the roof cap labeled AGG over the front gable and secure the hardware. Add the roof cap labeled AFY over the previous cap and on top of the truss and secure the hardware. Repeat this process for the other 2 roof caps labeled AFY. Add the final roof cap labeled AFW over the rear gable and secure the hardware. Take a skylight, fold it in half, place in the opening, line up the tabs with the holes, and secure with the hardware. To avoid damaging the skylight, be careful tightening this hardware. Repeat this process for the remaining 3 skylights. Add the clips to the back wall, making sure the arrows are pointing up. On the back wall, add a wall support to the right wall panel directly in the center, making sure that the two holes that are close together go at the top of the panel. On the left wall panel, add the wall support to the channel just to the right of the center channel. There are 3 height settings you can choose for your shelf. Those are indicated by these notches here. Once you've decided what height you want your shelf at, add the triangle shelf brackets to the slits at the height you chose. Then add the screw anchors to the notches at the height you chose for the shelf. Add the shelf brackets to the screw anchors, making sure you add the hardware through the oblong holes. Unfold the shelf, then add the shelf support tubes into these notches, making sure they snap into place. Place the shelf on top of the brackets, making sure the word front is facing the entrance of the shed. Secure the shelf to the brackets using 2 screws for each one. It may be helpful to have another person push on the outside corners to get the holes to line up. Remove the plastic film from both sides of the window. Place the window into the frame, making sure the lip is at the top and facing the inside of the shed. Add the screw to the small hole at the bottom of the window. Add the latches to these holes above the window, oriented like this, making sure to leave the hardware loose so it can slide freely. Next, you need to make sure that your doors are level. Click on this link here to see a video, or refer to your manual in section 12 to see how to properly level your doors. Go inside the shed, have someone close the door behind you, then finish tightening the hardware that we left loose on the left door. This section goes over how to anchor your shed to its foundation. Since we're inside, we're not going to be able to do that, but it's important that you do so refer to your manual in section 13 to see how to properly anchor your shed to its foundation. Thank you for watching this video on how to assemble your lifetime 8x10 outdoor storage shed. If you found this video helpful, give us a thumbs up. For more content like this, subscribe to our channel. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to our customer service team and check out our other amazing products at lifetime.com.